Ascension, Stormborn Saga, Book 14, written by J.T. Williams, copyright 2020. Part 1, Madness. Valrin lay awake. His mind raced, but he tried not to focus on any one thing. He was never alone with his thoughts anymore. Not since Eastern Rock Island. Not since the demon had gone within him. From the throne room with Marog, he had been given not a prison cell as he'd expected, a safe place to stash him, but instead he had the most glorious of rooms just off the main hall, to where Marog saw people from the city below. He had not left the room since his arrival, but yet he had been sleeping for an unknown amount of time. The room was large, much larger than any he had ever had. He figured this place could fit over the harbor back at his home on the island of Travah, but that was likely an overstatement. The floor had concentric circles, with crystals that changed color based on the time of supposed day or night, though there was always a glow outside. He sat up, brushing his hair and securing his sword around his waist. Marog had allowed him to keep them, another surprise, but he was the only one he had seen wielding a weapon. His wave-sliding board from Makli was against his bed frame, but his other clothes were gone. Instead, he was dressed in simpler garb of a tunic and plain pants. He wondered of his father's journal. He had kept it on him, but now it was gone. He tried to remember if he maybe left it on the Nakri, but everything was like a dream, and he struggled to pin down the memory. He walked across the great room, passing a large bath and incense that servants had brought in to light some time ago. He went to the balcony. Looking out, he saw the clouds in the far distance over the grand city. This place was nothing as he'd expected. Having dealt with Marog's fleet and the sea monsters, having been on the island where Marog rose and the death, and especially the masked forms, he saw none of that so far. The people, though before had still seemed hazy, like a dream, were now as real to him as everyone else. Far below, he could see them moving back and forth, going about their lives as if nothing nefarious was happening just beneath Misla. He sighed, hearing a knock at the door. He turned to see two servants in red robes bringing a tray of fruit and most likely tea. They had come to him before he'd lain down, but he'd refused. "Prelate Valrin, you have been sleeping for some time. The Great One has bid us wake you if you are not yet awake and bring you a meal. I am one of the red. This here is another. We are monks of the One." "Do you have actual names?" Both of them shook their heads.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?